Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to There Will Be Trivia Teams Tournament. This is the second of the two play-in matches, and then we'll be able to officially get the tournament started. It's one of those things where we had a randomizer and we had two teams that were late entry, so they were automatically into the play-in teams. We already had that matchup, and then we had a randomizer, and these two teams are the ones that are going up against each other. John, generally speaking, what are your thoughts on what you expect from this tournament, as well as what you think that this match is going to bring?
I expect the tournament to get really competitive as it goes on, obviously, round after round. This particular match, there's definitely strong players on both sides. So I really can't call this one. They seem pretty even to me. So I don't know if you feel the same way.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where we've seen a lot of Richie and Steven in recent memory with a lot of, like they mentioned, or like they might mention over in Jordan's league. And, we know that they know their general stuff, but in terms of the gameplay, it's always one of those with the newer players. Are they able to bring it? On the opposite of that, Sandman Robinson is one of the most, experienced players in all of the communities. He's been around there from the beginning, from Jump Street, like with me. So I just know that regardless of whether he knows the questions or not, he knows how to play the game. And I feel like him pairing up with Tato, Tato's one of those players where he doesn't know everything, but the stuff he knows really well. And I feel like, they might be able to balance each other. But without further ado, let's see what they have to say and go from there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to teaming Steven. We've faced each other heaps before, especially in Jordan's Owens League. You've always beaten me, so if you can't beat him, join him. This should be fun. I think Jake, Tato, and Sandy are quite a formidable team. So yeah, I think it should be a good match, and I think we could prove to be a good showing. I think our strengths are very similar to each other. So what do you think?
Movie release dates I've always been very strong with. So this should be a good time.
Looking forward to it.
Hey, how we doing, everybody?
Hey, man. How you doing?
Pretty good. Let's answer some movie trivia questions.
I think so. I don't know much about our two opponents, but you know what? Anybody that's been able to get into this league has got to have some skill on them. So we're not definitely not going to take them lightly. And you know what? We're a brand new team together. So we're still trying to learn each other's stuff. But the good news is that like I said before, you're great in stuff that I'm not, and I'm good in stuff that you're not. So that to me makes a pretty good team. We just got to get some more practice under our belt, and hopefully this is the start of something awesome.
Heck yeah, man.
All right, so pretty straightforward talk with the two teams. Clearly, they're both newer in terms of their team efforts and how they're gonna come together and bring it. But I'm definitely curious to see what's gonna happen. Are you ready?
I am ready. Let's see what happens.
All right, let's hear the rules from round one. All right, John, you want to take the odds? I'll take the evens.
Sounds good to me. All right, if you guys are ready, everybody ready? Looks like everybody is ready. Your first question is going to come in the Good Shepherd's strength of movie release dates. What year saw the release of 8 Mile?
Fun fact, in college, a buddy of mine who I went to high school with and also obviously in college, he was a rapper, and he did a concert over in 7 Mile. So, interesting.
Just like 1 block away, right?
Just 1 block away. Less
4,
deaths.
3.
Or wait, more deaths.
2.
I can't remember.
1. We'll start with Richie.
2002.
And Tato.
2002.
And Steven.
2002.
And Sandy.
I said 2008.
2002 is the correct answer. So the Good Shepherd jumping out to a quick 2-1 lead.
All right, your second question in the category of sci-fi. What 1998 sci-fi film saw Dustin Hoffman, Sharon Stone, and Samuel L. Jackson attempt to make first contact with aliens?
Yeah, going off your story, nobody I went to high school with made contact with aliens. So,
I've actually had some people that claim that, but they also did a lot of drugs, so can never take what they say, seriously. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna start with Steven.
Sphere.
Tato.
Mars Attacks.
Richie.
Sphere.
And Sandy.
I also got it wrong. I said Contact.
Fear is the correct answer.
Your third question has become in our combined category of war and epics. In The Thin Red Line, what rank does John Gaff hold? Your typical war question. What rank is this dude question?
Yeah, it's one of those ones where a movie like this, large cast, got to know who we're talking about, and then you also have to be familiarized with military ranks.
Right. So the answer is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Tato
Colonel.
and Sandy.
Colonel.
Richie
I just said Sergeant.
and Steven.
I didn't spell it out. I put the pronunciation, but I said sergeant too.
It's a dirty sweep. He was a captain. A captain.
Was
In
my
fact, I
first
guessed
guess.
that right in testing. Your fourth question in the category of comedy. What type of event do Jimmy and Clyde attempt to rob in Logan Lucky?
Huh.
I got no banter on this one.
Yeah, I mean,
Haven't seen it, wouldn't do it. There we go.
you never know. I mean,
Ah,
depends on the
time-
event.
Times to get tough.
We'll find that out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Sandy.
I've never seen it. I said a casino.
Richie.
I said car racing.
Tato
Bake sale.
and Steven.
I don't have it.
Car racing, we'll accept that. It's specifically NASCAR, but as long as it's not the generic, because in testing we did it. If it would have just been race track, that's too generic, but you specifically specified car, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, your fifth question is going to come in Sandy Tato's strength of the Rocky franchise. What illness is Rocky suffering from in Creed?
How specific are you looking for?
Looking for a general answer.
Yeah, if you put specific, you won't be wrong, but general is fine as well.
There's some questions like these where specific is not wrong, but there's, see what happens.
5, 4, 2, 1. We'll start with Richie again.
I said cancer.
And Tato.
It is a variant of cancer.
And Steven.
Yeah, cancer.
And Sandy.
For the sweep, cancer.
Yes, cancer. And if you went specific and said non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, you also would have been correct. Yeah.
Your sixth question in the category of Sandy's favorite, the 1980s. What actor was in both National Lampoon's Animal House and Footloose?
Oh shit, that's a good question. Holy crap.
Shout out Will, right? I think Will.
This is a Will Cohen original. Yes.
A WC OG.
I thought we were going to start calling them WCOGs. That's right.
5,
I
4,
can't believe I almost didn't have that.
3, 2, 1. Well, we'll find out in a second. Start off with Steven.
Yeah, I know this is wrong because I'm pretty sure he died before this Footloose came out. But John Belushi.
Tato.
Thank you, sir. May I have another? Kevin Bacon.
Richie.
I said Kevin Bacon.
And Sandy.
Kevin Bacon.
Huge 2 points for Sandy Tato and a miss there for Steven. Brings the score to 9-5 going into your seventh question.
Your seventh question comes in scores and soundtracks. What song does Joel Goodson dance without pants to in Risky Business? Just the song, not the artist, is all we need.
You know what gave that away, John? The fact that in the question you said what song.
True, but you know what? Some people, I guarantee if I didn't say artist, somebody would have been like, you need the artist too. And so you
Fun
can't
fact.
run out of it.
And I say that though because I wanted to tease because in the doc the original answer said by blank, 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 and I'm like, no, that's unnecessary information. What's that? It doesn't matter. 5. Go ahead.
4, 3, 2, 1. We will start with Tato.
Old time of rock and roll.
Sandy.
Old time rock and roll.
Richie.
Yeah, I knew the answer. I didn't get it down in time.
And Steven.
I got the first word wrong. I said all-time rock and roll.
It is, I think we can only give it to Sandy. It is Old Time Rock and Roll. Old Time Rock and Roll by Bob Seger.
Yep.
So good. Once
Good
again,
one,
closing
Sandy.
the
Good
gap
one.
there for Sandy. Going into your 8th question. In recent releases, in the Adam Project, how old was Adam when his father died?
Oh, come on.
I mean, death. Don't really want to do any banter there. You never know. Touchy subject for people.
It is, yes. But childhood. Childhood is great.
How about this, John? How old do you want to be when you die?
I'm thinking they might make the cure for death while I'm alive, so I'm not going to answer that question yet. Who knows? You know, science is great.
They're more likely to cure death than hair loss. 5,
Yes.
4, 3, 2, 1. Speaking of hair loss, Sandy, what do you got?
This is a choice, buddy. 11.
Speaking of haircuts, Richie, what do you got?
This is a choice, buddy. No, I said 8.
It was a choice to put 8. Tato.
I went 8 as well.
And Steven.
I've never seen this movie. I also said 8.
3 of you are wrong, but 1 of you is right. It is 11.
Let's go.
The man with the hair.
Yeah.
Now the gap is even.
Yeah, Sandy single-handedly is closing that gap. Let's go on to your 9th question. In YA Coming of Age, what novel are Olive and her classmates studying in Easy A?
Sounds like a category you've written before, John.
High school reading list may be coming back to singles before you know it. Technically, I think this movie would count in that category. It's technically, it's a modern retelling of something.
Yeah, someone's done it before.
Yeah. I'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're back up to Richie.
So Scarlet Letter.
And Tato.
The Scarlet Letter.
Yeah.
And Steven.
I don't have it.
And Sandy.
The Scarlet Letter.
With that, we are all tied up going into the final question.
Well, I guess we need to make a clarification since it's similar with song titles. Do we need the exact title of the book? Because it's the I don't know. Because Old Time Rock and Roll, that's different title.
No. I was fucking around. Richie gets the point.
Yeah,
I just
that's
want
fine.
to clarify.
Well, since going by the normal accepted articles rule, since the Scarlet Letter is 3 words, it just goes into the category that if you drop the the, it's not that big of a deal.
Okay.
If it was the letter and he just wrote letter, we wouldn't accept it. But Scarlet Letter is fine.
I definitely wanted to have the conversation, so at least we have a conversation about that. Going into your final question, tied up at 9-9, romance/rom-coms. Richie, you good? You need a second.
Yeah. Hang on. No, I'm right.
All right. What state do Andrew and Margaret travel to in order to announce their fake engagement in The Proposal? In testing, this is one that I remember that I have not seen in a long time, but I remember liking it. I just don't know anything about it aside from 2 or 3 details.
Damn it.
It came up in Framed not too long ago, so I knew it from that.
Jake, I got to use a repeat.
You're good, bud.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to get a repeat.
All right, that is your guys' first of 3. What state do Andrew and Margaret travel to in order to announce their fake engagement in The Proposal? 2 non-Americans on call right now getting a state question. That's always fun.
It was good. I think Canadians kind of a little bit of an advantage. They do border a lot of states. Actually, I hear about it in the news a bunch.
Yeah, as they look down on us. 5, 4, 3. No, literally, because Canada's up there. 2, 1. Pens down. We're gonna start with Steven.
I haven't seen this movie in a while. I just guessed Maine.
Tato,
Alaska.
Richie,
I said Alaska as well.
and Sandy.
I think they spend the majority of the movie in Seattle, Washington.
But the engagement was in Alaska. So
Ah,
we have a tie game going into
job.
round
Good job.
2.
I audibled at the last second.
Good.
So behind the scenes, the Good Shepherd will have the tiebreaker, but we'll discuss that right after we hear the rules for round 2. Sandy, Tato, Good Shepherd, you ready for your spin?
Yep.
And there it is. And it is Good Shepherd's choice. So what would you guys like to pick?
I'm guessing what release dates, or is that are we on the same page here, Steven?
Sure, yeah. Movie release dates is a good one.
Yeah,
All
all
right.
right, cool.
All right, the Good Shepherds have elected to go first, and they're going to take their strength of movie release dates. All right, Good Shepherd, just, even though you guys are working together, just hands on screen, and let's go. First question in movie release dates. What year saw the release of Speed?
1994.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah. 94 finalized.
And that is correct for 2 points. Your second question in movie release dates. 1998 saw the release of how many feature films starring or featuring Sandra Bullock?
Ooh.
Hope Floats.
When did Speed 2 come in?
What? Oh, Speed 2 was 97.
And 5, 4,
Oh, man.
3,
I
Two.
guess that-
Time extension.
That'll be
Yeah,
the
we got
first.
So, high follow. Could it be just one? I don't know. I can't think of anything at the moment.
I think we should do multiple choice.
Yeah, multiple choice.
5, 4. Multiple choice? All right.
Yeah.
Is it A2, B3, C4, or D5?
Given that we couldn't think of a lot, it might be on the lower end of that spectrum. Maybe 2, 3.
And 5, 4, 3.
I don't know. I guess 2. I guess. I don't know.
Two finalized.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. I'm going to read the option to give you guys about 10 seconds to collaborate. Is it A2, B3, C4, or D5?
I think it's 3, Jake. I thought 3 before they even went to multiple choice. I think they were right on Hope Floats, but I think 12 weeks notice might be in there. And I think 1 more.
I'm with you.
So 5.
Okay, we'll go 3, final answer.
And that is correct for a 1-point steal.
Pull, man. Good pull.
Good Shepherd, your second question in movie release dates. How many years separate Blade Runner and Blade Runner 2049?
So, 2049 came out in
Yep.
20.
17, and the first one came out in 82, so that's 35.
All right, yeah, 35 years finalized.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question in movie release dates. What year did the film Sneakers come out?
Oh,
92.
all right, 92 finalized.
That's correct for 2 points. You guys did exactly what I did in testing. All the ones that I got right, and all the ones you guys got right. All right, so bumping your score up to 16, just by giving up that 1-point steal. So Sandy Tato has 11 going into their spin right now. All right, Sandy Tato, you guys' spin is up. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
And your spin is in. And you guys have the mystery category. It's a collaboratory thing. If you get them all right without multiple choice, which you will not be given if you take it here, for 3 points, but your steals will also be available for 3 points.
I don't know, man. I mean, the point thing's a point thing, but I feel if we get a category that we're half decent in, we could get more points than maybe the 1 or 2 questions we get right in this. But I mean, what do you think?
The wheel is pretty 50-50 for me. Are you there too?
Yeah.
Gonna need a decision.
You want to shoot?
I want to do this.
Let's go with it. Let's go mystery.
We'll take it.
All right, they're gonna stick with the mystery category for 3 points. No multiple choice available right now.
Okay, the mystery category for today is titled "Are You There?" Film. It's Me, God. These are films that have God as a character in them. Here's your first question. In Bruce Almighty, what is Bruce's occupation before taking over for God?
He's a news.
He's a reporter, like a on-site reporter.
Is he specifically weather?
No, because he did that like
He did he did the cookie.
Exactly,
Yeah, so
and he did the
a
Niagara Falls
news
thing.
reporter.
I would say a news reporter as well. Final answer. News reporter.
That is correct for 3 points. New TV
3
reporter.
points in the mystery category. That might be a first. I'll have to check the tape.
Your second question in Are You There? Film. It's Me, God. What comedian plays God in the 1977 film Oh God?
George Burns.
Okay.
George Burns. Final answer.
That is correct for 3 points.
3 points. Wow.
Question number 3. Who plays the titular character in Mother?
Okay, it's not a movie I've ever seen before.
I'm not familiar with it. Do you have anything?
5, 4, 3.
Time extension.
Okay. Your second time extension?
Okay, we got to think of women actors. I guess maybe Helen Mirren.
One of those.
Charlize Theron.
5.
Go
I'm gonna
Helen
go
Mirren.
Helen
3.
Mirren. Final answer.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. Chance for a steal from the Good Shepherds. Who plays the titular character in Mother?
It's Debbie Reynolds.
Yeah. Debbie Reynolds, final answer.
That's also incorrect. I think we're talking about the more recent Mother. Jennifer Lawrence plays Mother.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the film that has God as a character.
Yeah.
oh.
In your fourth and final question, in Are You There? Film, It's Me, God. In Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, how do the titular heroes die?
How do they die? Okay. Robot Bill and Robot Ted throw them off a cliff.
Yes.
Final answer.
That is correct. They fall
I
into
just
their
got
deaths.
done watching that right before this call. Ironically, that is
Good
hilarious.
work, bro.
Huge.
Very-
Nice.
very
Nice,
good.
bro.
That is the most successful mystery category we've ever
And
had.
that proves, and that's a testament. The mystery category is not always a hard category. It's just a mystery. And in theory, they're potentially to be answered without multiple choice, so they're answerable questions. And so, yeah, with that said, Sandy Tato have taken a 20-16 lead going into round 3, which we're going to hear from the rules right now. All right. And then, John, you can read to them since...
All right. Good Shepherds, your 2-point question in movie release dates. How many years separate the Ocean's 11 remake and Ocean's 8?
So that was Ocean's 11 remake was 2001, wasn't it?
Well, you said Ocean's 8, I thought, right?
No.
Wait. Oh, wait. Maybe,
How many years? Yeah, how many years between the Ocean's
maybe we
11
should do a
remake?
repeat because I may have misread the question.
Okay, your second repeat. How many years separate the Ocean's 11 remake and Ocean's 8?
Yeah, so
I think,
Yeah, mine.
all right, so 11 came out in 2001, and I think 8 came out in,
2018, wasn't it? Oh,
I think so. So that's
yeah.
11.
5,
17.
Yeah, 17.
17 is. Hold on.
Okay. 17 is correct. Just want to make sure you said final answer. 17 is correct for 2 points.
Just so there's a precedent, if a time ever runs out, the last thing we heard is always taken as the answer. But
Yeah, I would have said that too. Like if you just kept saying 17, 17, 17, and time ran out, we would have said it.
Yeah. Don't get in the habit of that. Just get used to final answer, so there's no confusion.
That brings you up to 18. You still have to hit either your 3 or your 5 to take the lead. So your 3-point question in movie release dates. What year saw the release of a Batman movie, a Bond movie, a Die Hard movie, and a Pixar movie?
And John just used the little timer up there to kind of get a rough idea.
Yeah, I've been going up a lot. Yeah.
It'll be. What do you want to let?
5,
Die Hard.
4,
Bond,
3, 2.
Extension.
Extension. Repeat.
That's your final. You want a repeat or an extension?
Repeat, actually, yeah.
Repeat.
What year saw the release of a Batman movie, a Bond movie, a Die Hard movie, and a Pixar movie?
Give him about 20 seconds.
I think it's 95.
Oh, yeah, because I took.
Yeah, because GoldenEye, Batman Forever, Toy Story, and Die Hard with a Vengeance. So yeah,
All right. 995, final answer.
That is correct for 3 points. We will have to have the Sandy Tato answer some questions.
All right, so the Good Shepherd have avoided a TKO. Now, Sandy Tato, if they hit any questions, they'll take back the lead, starting with their 2-pointer. Your 2-pointer in the Rocky franchise. What real-life boxer played Tommy Gunn in Rocky V?
Tommy Morrison. Final answer.
And we have a lead back over to Sandy Tato. So we're going to go
Nice work,
into
bro.
the Good Shepherd's 5-pointer that they will have to hit. If they hit it, then Sandy Tato is going to have to answer some more questions to take back the lead, and we'll see what happens from there.
Okay, Good Shepherd. Your
0 repeats and time extensions, so keep that in mind.
So just so you know, yeah, there are no repeats or time extensions, so your 5-pointer in movie release dates. How many years separated the Truman Capote films Capote and Infamous?
I think it's only like the 3. I think that's not much. I mean, hang on.
Infamous came out in 2010 or 2011.
20. I think it might be 2011 actually.
So,
So,
that's
and-
2005, 6, 7, 5,
Oh, yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's 6.
5,
6.
4,
We'll go 6.
3.
Final answer.
2. And your winners, the Sandy Tato. Unfortunately, they were only 1 year apart. Capote came out in 2005, and Infamous came out in 2006.
Oh man, I was just, oh my god, yeah, I thought it was for this for.
So with that said, the Sandy Tato is going to be moving into the real bracket of the team's tournament, and unfortunately, that is the end of the run for the Good Shepherd. But you know, I can tell that they had a lot of fun, and we're not going to be seeing the last of them. But with that, we're going to go into post talk right now. All right, the Sandy Tato general movie trivia. What are your guys' thoughts on A, your performance, and B, your just general vibes with each other?
We're coming into it, man. We're starting to feel each other's flow. Riding the bull.
It's like I said at the beginning, you know, Jake knows some shit I don't, and I know shit that Jake doesn't, and together that just helps us. You know what? And I'll say this: we're not going to be a team that doesn't take risks. You know what? There's a time to play it safe, and there's a time to, you know, to take a chance. And, you know, going with that mystery, which I got to give it to Jake because he was the one that was pointing that way. I was the one. I was going spin again, but you know what? He convinced us to do it, and it was a great category because there's not a ton of God movies out there, so it wasn't a huge general category, so it really helped us. But our chemistry is coming together. We're starting to read each other, and I think that wherever we slot into the main tournament, I think whoever we go up against shouldn't take us any lighter.
Yes, that's exactly correct, and I will go ahead and look that up right now because I always forget. I'll edit this little break right here because I always forget. No, let's look at the pictures up. Let's see. I haven't done real tournaments in a long time, so I usually don't look that shit up. And you guys
facing the Wild Stallions.
No.
Nah, Brian retired. You're good.
Out of retirement.
All right. You guys will actually be facing the BCC of Aaron Knoll and Austin Pez Howell. So, what are your guys' thoughts on that matchup there?
You know what?
One of us will have hair again.
That's a good matchup for us. That's a good first round matchup for us. I think Aaron is not one of the most well known players, but he's been consistent over his career. I don't know much about his partner, but if he's half as good as Aaron is, then they're going to be quite formidable. But I think that Jake and I we've got something to prove together, and you know what? We're just going to let the chips fall where they go and play the best game that we can and have some fun doing it. So,
there you go. And then the winner of that matchup will face the winner of the Pittsburgh Kiwis of Russell Howell and Malcolm Lay. And where did they just go? Fellowship of the Quiz, Brian Nussbaum and Steve Mesa. So that's who else is in your little bracket there. So any thoughts on that as well?
Oh yeah.
Big fun to be had with everybody.
Yeah, one of those players is my teammate in another league, and the other one just freaking beat me in the 5th round of overtime in our match, and I'm pissed about it. So getting revenge on that is going to be so we're going to double our efforts to win our next match, and hopefully those guys pull it out so we can take some sweet revenge.
There you go. That's what I like to hear. So congratulations on your guys' win, and can't wait to see you guys in the first round of the actual tournament. All right. So unfortunately, we have today's second place finishers, the Good Shepards. You guys had a great match. Obviously we haven't had enough teams matches to kind of gauge scores in terms of like where you guys rank of a second place loss, and the quality of it. But what are your guys' thoughts as a team and just generally speaking in tonight's match?
I mean, I don't know if it would have made much of a difference, but I'm killing myself over that Mother question, because when I hear the movie Mother, I immediately think of the Albert Brooks movie, and I completely forgot about the Darren Aronofsky movie.
Yeah, I mean, I should have mentioned it. There's something in the back of my mind that I thought it was that, but I thought maybe it was that one. But
I almost thought a challenge was coming because I'm like, does that movie have God in it too? I hope it doesn't.
No, I don't think so.
Then we're gonna be talking crap about Will again. Then Will gets upset.
We're trying to avoid that, so I'm glad it didn't get to that. But I know, it's like we kind of talked about at the beginning, you guys are used to a lot of the general trivias in terms of ASATs and Full Metal Randoms and classic stuff like that. But what are your guys' thoughts now that you guys are getting more into the structured formats of trivia? Is it still something you guys are learning, or is it something at this point it just depends on the questions every day?
Yeah, I think it's still something. I mean, I'm learning. I feel like sometimes when my sort of trivia ventures, my record doesn't sort of match my ability. But I'm just sort of really, I think it's just a different vibe between just doing a general thing and then just doing tournament. It can fuss me sometimes. So but I think as we get maybe vibe more as a team going forward, I'll get more confidence. I thought we had it with getting the strength of maybe of choosing our strength. We can choose movie release dates, but when they got the mystery category, it was 3 points, and it was and then just really well. I'm like, okay, we're in trouble here. So so sometimes it's luck of the wheel, sometimes as well. So
There you go. So like I said, you guys are out of the tournament now, but you guys had a good match. I imagine you guys are going to want to team together when an opening is up. Obviously we'll get to that when the road comes. But congratulations on a good match, despite not quite making it to first place. But so have a good one, and there we go. All right, John, we have officially ended the play-in matches, so now we can start scheduling matches that may involve you and Will, may involve me and Jay, may involve some other teams. We got some stuff that we might have to start get to rolling. Wink, wink.
There's 8 matches to schedule. What are we gonna do?
We already recorded some of these. We just had to get these out first. Ironically, this one was scheduled after, so we're at the videos are gonna start pumping out for the team. But this was a fun match. It's actually it's one of those ones where play-in match, especially with the randomness of it, it never quantifies what the score or the quality of the match is going to be. And this showed that even though it's a play-in match, this was a very quality match. Like I said, score in the 20s. No matter what, that's a good game in my eyes. So any final thoughts there, John?
That mystery category, right? Like you really never know what you're going to get. Like honestly, I don't know if necessarily that was like a hard or an easy mystery category. I think what Sandy said was correct. Like it is definitely a narrow set of movies, but they're not necessarily movies everybody's seen. But they just knocked it right out of the park. And I think they just kind of misheard that last question. I think they might have been able to go perfect if they had just kind of like got their bearings a little on that one. But to get 9 points in the mystery category is a game changer.
I definitely agree. So, with that said, if you made this far in the video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you check out me and John's podcast over on Mondays. There will be horror. Make sure you hit the notification bell because we don't always know exactly what time we're going to be going live, but we always do go live weekly, if not 90% of the weeks. And then also on Wednesdays, me and Oscar Pezhal, Let's Rank Stuff. We do that. And then we just have all a bunch of singles and teams going on and fireworks in the background. If you guys can hear that because it is the 4th of July on the night of recording. With that said, my name is Henry Confidential. That is John Maher. Shout out to Will Cohen, our fellow admin and writer. And make sure you show up every week because there will be